Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to look at a bag. Now, this is one of those vacuum bags. It's a cube, and we had 3 of them, and they were filled with AYA shirts and from conventions from over the years. And we had polo shirts, we had denim, we had sweatshirts, we had T-shirts. Well, we finally found a company called Memory Stitch that makes blankets out of your old T-shirts and polos and stuff. So we cut up all the stuff and we laid them all out and we sent them and we got the quilts back. So now we're going to show you a little bit of the process and a lot of the fun. So stay tuned while we show you more about these quilts. We'd like to ask that you please subscribe, hit the like button, and the notify to stay current with our content. Thank you. Now this next section, we're just going to go through all the convention shirts really quick. We're going to start with 92, go forward. Now, not all the quilts by year went into the same quilt. Like we pulled all the airboss shirts out, made an airboss shirt. We had a bunch of the Shop Monkey shirts. We made a Shop Monkey blanket. But then we saved enough panels and we needed 64 for the 8x8 king size quilt. And we were going to make 2 of them. So that's 128 panels. That's a front and back of a t-shirt. We ended up cutting up about 260 something shirts to get enough panels to make the 6 4x4 quilts and the 2 8x8 king size quilts. And I'm just going to let you run right through here for all the convention shirts. These are close-ups of the logos and everything. You won't have this kind of detail when we show you the quilt, but I wanted you to see what you kind of had in terms of artifacts and artwork that you could use to make your quilt. And again, we made quite a few quilts and we'll be taking them to the local EAA chapter at Hogan Field in February and showing them off to people. It's a great way to reduce your closet space and your drawers. I reduced an entire 5-foot closet of t-shirts off of hangers and 3 big drawers of t-shirts, not to mention what was in the vacuum bag. So anyway, that kept the bugs and all out of them. So ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of the shirts, and then we're going to move on and show you a little bit more of the process behind there. And by the way, on their website they show you how to cut your shirts and everything to do that, so you're not just thrown into the dark and figure it out on your own. So stay tuned for some more fun. Now, after you cut all your shirts and you have the panels, Memory Stitch would like you to send a photograph or a picture of the layout. And here we are laying out the 8x8 panels that are going to go to make the quilt. And you can just see them. We just laid them out on the kitchen floor. We didn't put them full size just to show their position, and then they'll figure it out when they get it to the factory. And now I laid it out on the bed, and you can see here that there is a polo shirt right there, a very nice one from St. Augustine. New Brunswick. There's a polo shirt. We also had sweatshirt and denim material that all went into this quilt. And the nice thing about it is the way everything lines up when they cut the panels, like all the buttons are all buttoned. They're all in a row, and then right below that there are the buttons of a polo shirt from the Dayton Convention in 2010. So they do a really nice job of stitching everything together and putting the big fuzzy stuff on the back for a warm blanket. It's pretty impressive when you see sweatshirt material, denim material, polo shirt material, and t-shirt material all brought together to make one nice big quilt. And it really is a big quilt because the panels are 8x8 and each of them are 14 inches square. That's going to give you a 9-foot 4-inch square blanket. And yep, and there it is laid out on the kitchen floor again, a little crunched up on one side. But as you can see, Tarzan is inspecting the blanket and letting you know. So we have the AYA masthead up in the front, and then pretty much we follow the years of convention all the way down to the very end. So as you can see, it's laid out very nicely. It's very colorful, and it's a nicely constructed blanket. So this is the one that we had made from all of the AYA shirts, and then we'll reposition this and show you the other side in just a second. But you can kind of get an idea. There's no real easy way to display this, like we just can't put it in the door and stretch it across the room and hold it up because nobody here is 9 foot tall. But anyway, Cradle of Aviation for 2010, we had denim shirts for that year. We had polo shirts. We had t-shirts with great graphics on them, and we were happy to harvest all of those and put them into our what we call our AYA convention blanket. You can have the pink 2010 down at the bottom, and as you can see, the years kind of go backwards now: 2004, 2003, 2002, 2000, and there's even an AYA Rough River 1996 sweatshirt. We did those the first year that I was regional director up here, and we had them at Rough River, and they were very popular. Now, let's take a look at the other blanket of convention shirts. Now for this king-size blanket, we had a lot of pieces left over. We had a Hard Rock London sweatshirt. We had Grumman's in the Grass from 2008. We had bits and pieces of various t-shirts, convention chair shirts, shop monkey shirts. Like I said, we had 64 panels that go in to make this quilt, and we didn't have a layout for them, so we just sent them all in a box, and we left them a note that said, you lay them out how best you think they need to be laid out, and we think they did a wonderful job. They didn't keep the shirts together, but there was no problem with that. We're going to have this one probably hung up in the hanger above the sofa so that people can come in and see all the years of convention shirts. Our cats, by the way, had a great time coming and help us with the quilt on the floor. So, ladies and gentlemen, taking some of your aviation shirts and making them into a memory stitch quilt. Hope you found this useful and informative. Thanks for watching, and have fun with your Grumman.